Good morning, Captain, and welcome, Patriots, on your crew. It is just after 7 here at Disney's Fort Wilderness, and all right, it went pretty well. It didn't toss and turn, but I was not sleepy for about an hour. No problem, just caught up on a few things, and yeah, that's it. About midnight, fell asleep, and all right, there we go. One thing I knew was going to happen, the car did shut off after 2 hours, but the outside ambient temperature was only 75 degrees and it was raining, so I didn't bother to turn her back on. I really wouldn't know how anyway, but that's beside the point. And yeah, I was good to go, and I just slept through. I didn't really sleep all the way through the night because there were a few showers, and if you can hear that, it does wake me up. I'm sure I'll get used to it. And there's already people leaving for the park, which why would that surprise me, of course. Anyway, it is time to, get ready for the day. One thing I did want to do is be able to do my most of the morning routine just here in the car, which means, one thing, get coffee ready, and I don't know, probably maybe work on yesterday's video. I know I really should do that. I'm so sorry. Then figure out what to do. I don't know. I'm thinking Typhoon Lagoon. Been a long time since I've been there. But, as we all know, first thing in the morning, second thing in the morning, coffee. Climate controls activated. All right, here we go with my $20 12-volt kettle from Amazon. Like I said, it was only $20 and standard 12-volt outlet, 12 ounces of water, which is what I usually use. The coffee's back there, so let's get this plugged in and see how long it takes to boil. Well, I don't really want it to boil, but all right, well, let's get it going because it's going to take a while. And about 10 minutes later, it feels hot enough to try. It's time to make some coffee. Remember, the best coffee in the world, Publix instant coffee. You got to try it. One teeny weeny little fail. I did just get back from the comfort station. No, the kettle was not plugged in while I was gone. It's made in China. So there you go. The first thing in the morning, yes, I went over to the comfort station because I forgot something. Oh well, next time. Maybe I'll explain later, but maybe I won't. I don't think that even took 10 minutes. Piping hot coffee. Cheers. It's either this or ride the bus over to the outpost and get coffee there. No, this is much easier. And yeah, don't have to wait. The kettle, yeah, it didn't take as long as I thought. I watched a couple of videos about these 12-volt kettles, and people are like, oh, it takes half an hour and whatever. Now, I think this output here I'm sorry, I'm getting confused. This 12-volt outlet, I think, has 120-watt max capacity, which is pretty high. So that probably helped out a little bit. I think maybe 5. You know what? I'll time it better tomorrow. I didn't really time it well. And the light did not change. It's supposed to turn green when it's done, but no, this is very okay. So tomorrow, I promise, I'll do better tomorrow. I will do better timing my instant coffee. I guess I've been sitting here for 2 hours because she just turned off again. I hope it wasn't my jokes. Anyway, another quirk about the Bolt EV, she does have Android Auto, and I thought this wasn't an issue, but apparently when you plug in using the outlets here in the center console with a regular cable, or I guess a normal common cable, it turns on the Bluetooth and runs the audio through the speakers, which can be a little bit annoying, and you can't just turn the Bluetooth off because it just reactivates. So one solution is to get one of these. This is a power-only cable, so it will not activate the data connection, so you can charge the phone and not have Android Auto take over. I could turn off Android Auto, but then I have to futz around with the screen, and I don't really want to do that. The other option is use the 12-volt outlet right there and do it that way, but neither of these are long enough for that purpose. I really have that problem. So anyway, that's the solution. And I know, I told you the level. All right, so this is why I have the level. It's so I can reach the brake pedal, because you have to depress the brake in order to turn the car on. So what I'm going to do, I can't really do this one-handed, two-handed. Anyway, so yeah, from here, the back seat, reach down and depress the brake, and then I can hit the start button turn the lights off, and then we are good to go. So that is why I have a level in the car. I just grabbed it out of the garage, and yeah, I think as a more permanent solution, a cane I think would be better. But yeah, so that's the deal with the level. Oh, and I'll explain one more thing when I head out. Still, well, I do know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick with the plan. Mission success so far. It is just after 10. I could have gotten started a lot earlier, so that's up to me. It had nothing to do with, the car camping. But I am going to now stick to the plan and go to Typhoon Lagoon, a place I have not been to in a very, very long time. But one more thing about the Bolt. If you do want to turn on the car to run the AC or heat, the headlights come on. And they might even come on when the auto shutoff happens. I'm not really sure. So what I did when I got here yesterday, I turned around. I backed into space first, but that would have pointed her directly at a family's tent over there. So here, not so much of a problem because, as I noted yesterday, there's nobody over there. So if that did happen, nobody was disturbed. So one thing I will do in the future maybe is just bring some towels or something to just drape over the lights, at night when it's time to go to bed. So in case they do pop on, it's not going to disturb anybody. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna head out of here and off to Typhoon Lagoon. There's an attraction there I've never been on. I think it's Misadventure Falls, something like that. But yeah. Oh, and it's I'm hungry. And the charging light, yes, it blinks when the car is charging, and since it is on the inside of the sunshade, I had a lovely green flashing light all night, which is fine. So that is my solution for tonight. We'll see how that goes. Parked all the way at the end. I don't know whether to call that princess parking or getaway parking. From Typhoon Tillys, we have fish tacos. There you go. That's a better look. And because it is 5 o'clock in Kigali, Rwanda, a Sam Adams Summer Ale. Apparently, Disney did not get the memo, or maybe they did get the memo. Good news, they are sold out of Yingling. All right, then. Here we go. This is lunch, and I'll worry about dinner later. Tacos were pretty good. Now, I'm going to put you in a locker and just enjoy the park for a while, and then, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do next when I figure that out. I have a plan, though. Kind of as an FYI aside, the locker kiosks do not take, phone pay, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, Android Pay, whatever. So you have to go inside and talk to the friendly cast member, and they will give you a coupon code for your rental. So I've already used it, but hey, someone try and let me know. Super fun couple of hours at Typhoon Lagoon, but the experiment continues because apparently it's a thing to visit the combo parks where there's a dry park and a wet park, and go to the wet park, then change, then go do the rides at the dry park. So I'm gonna get a close approximation. I'm gonna head back, park Miss Liberty back at the campsite. Then I'm just going to change. I just rinsed off in the freshwater shower. Hopefully it's freshwater. And then I'm gonna ride the transportation rides. Monorail, I'm gonna take the ferry to Magic Kingdom, monorail to TTC, then monorail to EPCOT, then Skyliner to Studios, or some combination of that. So all after having been to a water park, because that's how it's done. Right, people aren't visiting Disney because of the heat. Typhoon is packed. Look at this. Ready to go. Let's talk about changing clothes in the Bolt EV. Sorry, there is no OnlyFans video. Anyway, glad I did it. I took the UV top off and just to not get the seat back wet, drove back to the campsite. By that time, the shorts were, they were moist, I guess. Then I just hopped in the back, hovered a little bit. I guess, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Slipped them off, dry, and yeah, just got all dolled up. Literally all dolled up. Yeah, they're coming. Don't worry. Life-changing. All right, we are about to board there it is, the launch. It's not a ferry. Over to Magic Kingdom, where we are going to board the monorail to the TTC. I went over this. Then EPCOT, and at some point, either at EPCOT or at Studios, yeah, you know what's going to be first. Why bother? So I'm just going to enjoy riding around here at the park. I'll show you what I eat, but then again, yeah, I will see you in bed. This happened. Not anymore. Can we just fire Kathleen already? From Connections Cafe, we are having the General Tso salad, chicken salad, and a coconut mango milkshake because the only dessert here is the Liège waffle, and I thought I had it before, but no, I saw one and I haven't, but I don't think I'd like it. Weirdly though, Sunshine Seasons was closed. They only had grab and go. Okay, anyway, back to our experiment. All this makes me realize, the rain, the water park, that I had no plan for handling wet clothes in the Volt, so gotta work on that. I'm just like putting them off to the side, which is fine. You know, I'm only here for one more night, and then I will kind of like work that around. Shoes though, the problem I had at Islands last time, which I don't think I've told you about yet, that is actually solved because I can just leave them in the footwell on either side and put the AC on the lower vents, blows right on them, and I'm sure they will dry by morning. But I just have to keep the AC running. But that's not a problem. So, notice one problem is solved. So, there you go. This is why we test. This is why we plan for failure. We plan for failure at luxury campgrounds, where it's not so bad. I'll be quick. The General Tso chicken salad was... Okay, the chicken was really good. Really good. In fact, it was so good, it was like KFC. The salad, though, I'm sure they mix it fresh, but it really felt like it sat in the dressing for longer than it should have. There's that. And the mango coconut, not a slushy, shake, I guess. I am trying to figure out what it reminds me of. Something that I had when I was a little kid. It's very specific, and for some reason, it reminds me of the old Children's Science Museum. The one across from Vizcaya. I don't know why, but when I scooped it a little bit, the first thing I thought of, what was it? And it was a very specific texture and one of the flavors that reminded me. Okay, it's gotta calm down. Hopefully it will. I'll let you know. Mission accomplished. I rode the boat over to Magic Kingdom. I rode the monorail to EPCOT and the Skyliner to Studios, and then I had a private bus back from Hollywood Studios. It was just one of the pickup buses because it was right before the show and they were just staging all the transport. Anyway, I am, all cleaned up, and you know what? I was a little bit surprised. One of the showers in the other Comfort station I went to was not working at all. So, all right, I will let the front desk know. Come out and fix it. Either way. Oh, and the other one, the one with shower was working, but the hot water was less intense than last night. But it's fine. But it went the same, got cleaned up, came back, and here I am. Yes, this is the biggest fail of this trip, actually. The pillow. I should have brought Pikachu, but anyway, totally fine. Well, I'm gonna just relax, go to sleep, and I will, tomorrow, Animal Kingdom. It is checkout day, so I will probably just hang out here for a little bit, do the morning routine, and then drive over to Animal Kingdom for a little bit, and then back to the palace and figure out what I need to do next for our next adventure. I don't have anything planned, so don't get too excited. But, get excited, but, not in that way. Time for bed. And, darn, a pillow. Pillow is the worst thing going for me right now. So, oh boy, am I thankful. Very thankful for my problems.